Hello there, good afternoon from Accra, Ghana. My name is Boakye-Yiadom, and it gives me a great pleasure to address or to talk and give my perspective on the topic, the impact of the teacher-pupil relationship on motivation and academic success. Yes, I believe that a teacher-pupil relationship play a key role when it comes to academic success. Why? Because the teacher who acts as the agent of socialization in the school system is the one who, in one way or the other, can help the student develop academically. And over my 10 years experience in teaching, I've come across different students with different academic background, different level of understanding, which in one way or the other impact their level of academic standing or academic success. But a student may have some academic challenge, which doesn't mean that the student is a weak student. What it means is that that student will need to be motivated. And I believe that the role of the teacher is not just to teach or to impart knowledge, but also must play the role of a subsidiary or a kind of substitute parent for the student or the people. So in my case, what I do is that when I have a student who have academic challenges, I believe that the tool of motivation plays a key role. How do I do it? I employ both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation to help my students to know that, hey, you can do it. You can come up well, you can do better in terms of your academic activities and your academic efforts. I remember back then, the year 2016, an experience that I had with a female student who practically comes to school very late. She didn't get time to learn. Why? Because she was always with her parents. After school, working, selling, because her mother had a restaurant and she was into food sale. And so anytime she closed from school, she has to go back and then, help the mother sell and help the mother to prepare food. And this was impacting on her academically. So one day I invited her to the staff room in an open space with other teachers there, and I engaged her in a very fruitful discussion, and she was able to tell me her challenges. What I did was to give her practical ways by which she could improve in terms of her studies. So I told her that when you go to the house after school, obviously we are going to engage in household chores and help your mother. So it won't be a good time to do your homework, your assignments, and then to even learn. So I gave her a practical time that she could learn, which was during dawn and early hours of the morning, where there wouldn't be much activity for her to do. So before she comes to school, she would have at least learnt. And also during the examination period, what I did was to pair her with other students who were very good in certain subject areas. And as she took that advice and then she obeyed and complied, gradually she started picking up in terms of her studies. And this went a long way to help her to do academically. So in short, I believe that a teacher indeed needs to have a good and a positive relationship with their people in terms of their academic performance and then their studies, so that whatever motivation that they need, which will help them to do well, indeed can be provided so that the student can do well. The student need to also do this, or the student will also do this based on the trust that the student has for the teacher. Because if there is no respect, there is no trust,